again. Further here, we're going to talk about Dead Sea by Tim Curran and Dead Sea Chronicles, also by Tim Curran. They are not a sequel, by the way. You can read independently. Of course, it makes more sense to read before the big one, this one, with 500 and something pages, and then read this one. This is regarding these two books. Tim Curran is one of my favorite writers. Okay, basically, I've been reading these last couple of years several of his tales, and they are all different. Someone asked me, okay, but what are the genre of the books? Okay, this one is more or Cthulhu-esque something, or you have got the Biohazard. It's more splatter, or very graphic, very dark zombie apocalypse. The Devil Next Door. It's a 300 pages book that deals with humanity become basically beasts, but some people didn't fall for that, our ancestor side, if you will. Like we are like I don't know, animals, wolves, but with a mind like we have today. You've got underwhelming. Basically, it's a tale about a cavern that was discovered that has some strange beings there. Blackout, that's another horror story, short story novella, basically 100 pages. And I also have to read Skin Medicine, Western or Hive, that basically it deals with At the Mountain of Madness kind of story. I also have to read Resurrection, a zombie epic. It's so epic that it's 666 pages. It's that good. Then he has some novellas, but this is what I have now for now. Regarding Dead Sea, basically, people disappear and go to like in the Bermuda Triangle. They go to another place that's not here, and there are all sort of ships. Okay, so basically they are trying to uncover a way home, how they can survive because there are monsters and such. And basically this novel, as I said, is very big, and I cannot rate it as high as other novels from him because to me this didn't feel it's too big. Okay, basically we've got this group of people that go to that world, and then they try to escape, discovering another ships, and they got separated, and we follow a group of adventurers, two groups, and they all have their own agendas and adventures and such horrors, and then they got together and meet other survivors from other times and so on. There in the end, there's talk about the science behind this novel, or not science, if you will, pseudoscience, and it was very cool. The beginning was cool because we get to know each character, how they develop, how they are, how they interact among themselves, and the last part where it's more not more action but more focus. Okay, we got this mission, we got to go, so this happens. And the middle, it's not as good because or either you have you cannot have a horror story so big. Okay, basically you've got tension, but you cannot have tension for 300 pages. That's impossible. And so maybe in the middle, Tim Curran basically tried to, okay, this is this is happening. Okay, this is a monster, and you got that tension. Then that passes, and then they fought among themselves or something like that, interacted among themselves, and that release tension. Then another thing happens, and so on. Okay, so basically it's high tension, low tension, high tension, low tension, but it felt a bit repetitive. Okay, and to me, I really didn't enjoy that much. But I will say, um, this is not a bad book at all. Okay, compare with other horrors novels that I've read. This is a good novel, but to me, it's a big bit, a big big, a bit big. Sorry. Um, so this is the first one. The second one is two novellas. They are not interlinked, and basically the first one is the better one. And if you read the first one, basically you understand all the three novels of what's happening, because it's as is shorter. There are there are many chapters, but in each chapter um, it's very fast paced. Okay, so basically the tension can build up, and if you read in one go, the tension is up right in the end. Um, the second novella to me didn't work out, but they are good novellas. As I said, the first book is, of course, is more just because they explain a little better about the horrors and they have more time to explain. But this one work bad as an horror, Cthulhu-esque fiction, okay, Lovecraftian, if you will. Um, Basically, this is Curran is very good horror writer. I have no doubts of that because I've enjoyed all of his books. As I said, this one is the first one I didn't enjoy as much. I remember reading the first one and I was blown away, and I was very. The Devil Next Door was, wow, what is this? Biohazard is very good as well. Then he has a collection of short stories. Um, it's You can check because I will not give this up. It's Zombie Pulp. It's a collection and it's very good. I remember giving 4 out of 5 stars because there are a couple of stories I didn't enjoy, but they are very very good. Um, as I personally, horror, it's better when it's short fiction to me. Okay, to me it's better. Um, Stephen King, this happens to me a lot. I love his short story collection and his books. I didn't enjoy as much because you have to keep that tension building up, okay, to a climax. And either is a book you can read in one go or in 2 sittings, but with, okay, building up, then a slow plateau, and then building again, and you go, oh, okay. But if you try to build up and stay there, and it's very difficult. And one of the writers I see, um, um, this happens a lot, and it's one of my top 3 of horror writers, um, and and that happens because his stories, it's always on a high note, and sometimes he, he builds so much that in the end it doesn't compensate. Okay, one of I'm sorry, before talking that Brian Keane, Bentley Little are 2 of my favorite writers. The one I really enjoy, but it's more, how do I say, um, it's I don't know why I love his books because they are not that good. It's Richard Lehman. I've read several of his books and my ratings are always 3 or or worse. But I keep coming back to him because if he, I believe if he can get to that Inuit and stay there and really can give me something I really want to read in or a writer. But since I don't read 200 or 300 pages per day, that build up that's there, it drops and something is missing. But yeah, if you can read in one go, I believe those books will really shine. Regarding this one, okay, as I said before, if you want to start reading or a writer, I would advise Tim Curran, of course, not this one, the other books I've spoke previously, and you also have, of course, Clive Barker, another great writer, Brian Keane, Bentley Little. They are two good writers, and of course, Richard Bachman and Stephen King are also good. Is at least his novellas, and I will tell you. I will make a list. Maybe I will make a list in the coming days of my favorite writers. I've read 900 books, so I believe I can talk about what my top 10 or top 10 sci-fi or fantasy is that. So please, thank you, all you guys for watching me, and stay safe and yeah, keep reading. Thank you.